This video is for entertainment purposes only. Nothing should be taken as factual. This is all my opinion and for your entertainment. Thank you and enjoy. This is Sonia with Melanin Goddess Life. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another astrological video. Today we're doing another celebrity reading today. I really kind of like these. I like the celebrity readings and I'm hoping you guys are enjoying them. So please thumbs up the videos. Leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, before we begin, these readings, as far as the celebrity readings, are for entertainment purposes only. Nothing that I say is factual, and I am not claiming it to be factual. I'm just going by the astrology. But again, they're for entertainment purposes only. Nothing that I say should be taken as factual. This is all my opinion and interpretation from the astrological makeup of this person, and for entertainment purposes only. So today I'm going to do a reading on someone that I actually follow on YouTube. I love her YouTube channel. She has a channel, and there's a segment that she does that I just think is hilarious. And I often watch her videos. Sometimes I binge watch her videos because sometimes I miss them, so I have to like go back and catch up with the videos. But she is a YouTuber, and from what I understand, she was in radio, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't do too much research on her, because I never like to do too much research on the person that I'm reading on, because I don't want to be biased. I want to just come in just looking at from the astrology and have a genuine, authentic experience from this person. So she has a YouTube channel. She does this segment on dating, whereas she has people come on, they come onto her show looking for love. Okay. And if I tell you, she has some characters on there. They are hilarious, but it's all fun and everything. And hopefully people are finding love out there. So I thought, because she had a dating show looking for love, I wanted to see where she was in her love life. Now, this person, I believe she is not married. I don't know her current relationship status, but I do know she's not married. From what I've gathered and what she's mentioned on the show, she's not married yet. So I wanted to kind of look at her chart, look at her transits to see what's going on. And hopefully I can, if she sees this video, can give her some indication, some guidance, some clarity, and maybe a few answers as to when love is to likely walk into her life. And just from glancing at her chart, I wouldn't be surprised if love is coming her way very, very soon. Now, the person that I'm going to be doing the celebrity reading on today is Kendra G. So shout out to Kendra G. She is a YouTuber. Go to her channel, check it out. Her dating segments are hilarious. So I'm going to be doing Kendra G. Okay, so let's get started. So I got Google information from information on her birth information on Google. So Kendra was born May the 7th, 1980. I do not have a birth time for her. So, every time I don't have a birth time, the rising sign is going to be 50-50. So, but we can still proceed with that because we can still look at her aspects and stuff like that. And I know the state she was born was Connecticut, but I didn't have the city. So I used Hartford, Connecticut as her place of birth, which is the same thing. So with this birthday, this is going to make Miss Kendra G 41 years old. So she has a birthday coming up this May. So that's going to make her a sun, an Aquarius moon. And again, I don't have the birth time, so I use a placeholder of 12 noon. And this would make her a Leo rising. And funny enough, I'm a Leo rising. So I've been special segment on Leo risings and our 2022. I have a video. If you are interested in seeing that video, I will link it in the comments if you're a Leo rising. And I've picked a handful of celebrities that we're going to be watching over this year to see what happens. And this is specifically for people that are Leo risings only. Okay, so she's a Leo rising. She's going to fall into that category. And this is how I know love could be coming in a serious way for her this year, if this is her actual rising sign. Well, anyway, I did the calculations. Guys, I have that secret formula that I use that I come up with the age in which I feel like something of significance is going to happen in your love life, just depending on where you are in your love life. So I did her calculations, and just to recap, the formula will tell me on 4 scenarios of what could be going on in your life. The first scenario could be if you are totally single. This would be the time that someone of seriousness comes into your life for a long-term commitment. Scenario number 2 is if you are in a relationship with someone and the relationship is going well. This would be the time that you will be taking the relationship to a different level. And that could look like moving in together. That could look like getting engaged or getting married or making a solid monogamous exclusive commitment to the other person. The third scenario would be if you are seeing someone in a relationship and the relationship is not going well, this would be the time that you would more than likely experience a breakup. And the final scenario could actually be in combination of any of these 3. But the final scenario is this would be the time that you are getting really, really serious about what you want in a relationship, what you want in a partner, and working on how you're showing up as a partner in a relationship. So this final scenario across the board is really what every Leo rising is going through, no matter what your age is and no matter what your status is. Learning how to do one-on-one relationships better. But in the case of Miss Kendra G, the age in which I came up with it, there should be some type of shift in her love life contingent on where she is in relationship, is the age of 41. So this could have been an energy from her last birthday, May of 2021, to her next birthday, May of 2022. She should have experienced or will be experiencing in the last few months, this last couple of months before she turns 42, a shift in her relationships in the area of how she does one-on-one relationships. So I don't know anything about what's going on with her, but I can definitely say something happened or has happened with regards to how she sees relationships. Now, we're going to talk a little bit more because she's actually not going to be out of the energy of relationships on her birthday. Actually, she's going to be revving up for another year of a potential for a relationship to come into her life. But we're going to talk about that as we go through her chart. Now, as far as what's going on with her, which is very crazy because looking at her chart is kind of like looking at my chart. So I really feel like I'm connected with Kendra G with regards to what is going on with her life. So first thing we're going to talk about is this energy she has in the 8th house. Okay, so the 8th house in astrology is the house of other people's money, other people's resources. It is the money, resources, financial benefits, financial gains, and connections that you make with another person with regards to money that you receive outside of your earnings, outside of your job, outside of the money that you make on your job. This has nothing to do with this. This is money that you get from being in business with someone else. This is money you get from being connected, maybe married to someone else, because this could be your spouse's income or your partner's income or your business partner's income. But this is also the area that governs money you receive through insurance payouts, tax settlements, child support, escrow payments, lottery winnings, anything that comes to you by way of another person or another entity other than how you make your money on your own. So for Miss Kendra, she has Jupiter, the planet of expansion, abundance, growth, opportunity, wisdom, optimism in this 8th house. And Jupiter stays in the house for approximately a year and a half. So Jupiter's been in her 8th house roughly a few months, I would say 6 months or so. This is an awesome place for Jupiter to be because this is going to give her divine blessings over this area of her life. So this could look like Kendra definitely benefiting from other people's money, people coming to her wanting to give her money, help her in a financial way. This would be great if she is in partnership with someone because that partnership will be very beneficial for her on from a financial standpoint and a resource standpoint. This could look like a Kendra receiving unexpected money. During this transit, she could be privy to an inheritance of some sort, a big insurance refund of some sort, a loan paid back from someone that she wasn't expecting. But definitely, oh, this would be great for her if she wanted to find funding or financing for any type of projects, business or personal type things that she wanted to do. So just say, for instance, she wanted to go to the bank or a financial institution to get a business loan or a personal loan, or she was looking for funding for a creative project and she finds an investor. This is excellent for that because Jupiter represents the guru. It represents people that come into our lives there to assist us. So this is an excellent energy for her to get herself out there if she's trying to fund a project or a business and being able to find supporters for that, whereas she does not have to use her own money. So that's great for that. This is also great for getting our budgets together. This is great for paying down debt. This is great. This is awesome for going to the credit card companies or our mortgage company or, the car the bank, if we're financing a car, and getting a lower interest rate, renegotiating things that have an interest rate on them to lower them. This is a very, very favorable position for that. Now, in addition to that, she also has Neptune in the 8th house. Now, Neptune is an energy that stays in a house for about 14 years. So she does have a considerable amount of time with this particular energy. Now, Neptune is the planet of dreams, intuition. This is the planet of our spiritual life, but it also is the planet of a little bit of confusion and delusion. So we have to be careful with Neptune because sometimes Neptune can put us in a position where we're not seeing things clearly. And a lot of times when Neptune is in a house, this is where you're going to have to use your intuition and how you feel about something. And because it's there in the 8th house, and it's there like really close to that Jupiter, even though she's going to have a lot of these blessings around other people's money and other people's resources, she has to be very, very careful about who she's joining her finances and resources with. Okay, who she's going into business with, who she's going into partnership with, who she's deciding to take money from or give money to or invest money in. So if she's in a business or if she's in a partnership, she has to be very, very careful that she understands everything that is going on because some of the details may not be there, and she needs to be very careful on who she's joining herself with on a financial level. Okay, she's going to have to use a lot of her intuition and her gut feeling on certain things. Now, this is also the area that governs sex and intimacy. And of course, sex and intimacy are two different things. Sex is the physical act and intimacy is the connection. So this is how I know that Kendra's in a space of wanting to either find someone that she has a deep, intimate connection with, or if she's currently in a relationship, wanting to develop a more deeper connection with the person that she's in a relationship with. Okay, so this could definitely look like the intimacy in those connections being very, very important to her. If she is dating someone, this will definitely put an energy around making that connection more solid. Now, this is also sex. So this could look like her, how can I put this? Her libido or her desire for sex, her sex drive may be increased during this time. And this would be a time that she would probably be more open and experimental with sex. But this is a great time for her with this area of her life. The next thing I want to talk about is her 7th house, which is the house of marriage, partnership. So this could be business. This could be marriage. This could be long-term commitments. This is the house that governs one-on-one relationships. Now, don't always think romantic. However, this is a big part of this house because this is where we choose our marriage partner and our long-term commitments. But this is the one-on-one relationships like you make with a business partner, a romantic partner, a spouse, your family, your close friends. This could also look like the partnership you make with, a therapist, an accountant, some people that are around you that provide a service to you, but it's very, very important. This is also the area that governs legal contracts and legal proceedings. So this says to me, she has Saturn in this house. Now, Saturn takes about 2.5 years to go through a house, and it's going to be there a while. So for a couple of more years. Saturn is the planet of delay, restriction, rules, regulations, foundation, things that are put in order, authority figures. It's about putting foundation, and it's about maturity, putting down foundation and maturing. Now, I know that doesn't sound like that's the ideal planet to have in the 7th house. You may say, well, I would rather have Jupiter in that house. And that's fine, because she did have Jupiter in that house. But actually, Saturn is a good placement for for what I believe Kendra is looking for. When Saturn goes through a house, Saturn is coming there to mature that house. It's coming there to set down roots and set down foundations for a long lasting commitment. Okay. So because it's in the 7th house, this is what Saturn does in the 7th house. It comes in and it says, hey, Kendra, we want a relationship. Okay. And we don't want just any relationship. We want a solid relationship with a long-term commitment. So what we need to do is start to get into shape and get serious about how we do relationships. So Saturn is going to make you work for this. But if you do the work, if Kendra does the work and does it the way it's supposed to be done, Saturn will reward you with that long-term commitment that you want. Now, some of the benefits of Saturn also is Saturn may not bring, now where Jupiter was in this particular house, Jupiter will bring quantities of people. So Jupiter will bring you a lot of things, an abundance of things. But Saturn, not so much. Saturn looks at quality over quantity. So whereas if she's single, and I'm going on if she's single, she may not have as many dating prospects coming her way, but the few that are coming her way are going to be more serious. These are going to be dating prospects that look like someone that you could make a long-term commitment with. So you may not have as many, but the ones that that are coming towards her are going to be of quality. But she also needs to work on how she does relationships. She also needs to work on getting clear about what she wants in a relationship and what she wants in a partner. That is the purpose of Saturn. Now, the reason I say that, even though her relationship, age that I gave her was 41. And, you never know what can happen between now and her next birthday. If nothing happens within that time, which I think something has already happened, I just don't know exactly what it is. When she turns 42 in May, her theme of her 2022 from May 2022 until May 2023 is again going to be about relationships. So here again, not only am I going to give her the age of 41, I'm actually going to give her the age of 42, that there is a high probability that something of significance will be shifting in her love life. So not only did she have 41, but she has 42, and that entire year 42 to potentially be in a long-term commitment and maybe even married at some point. So I'm hopeful for that. And I really believe it's going to happen for her. I have no doubt. But I do know that whatever she decides to do by way of her relationships is going to be something that resonates with her, and that's something that makes sense to her. And keep that in mind when I say makes sense to her, because if this rising sign is correct, I understand why Kendra is more than likely, well, we can see now, will marry late in life. And I don't know if she's already been married before. I would go out on a limb to say that maybe she's been married before, like in her 20s, but we'll talk about that. Anyway, she has Pluto in the 6th house, all about her health, fitness, mental health, paying attention, and how you take care of your physical body, take care of your health. So getting really, really serious about taking care of her health. her mental health. Pluto is there. It's going to be there for a very, very, very long time. Pluto is a very transformative energy, and it's there to break down how you do things. So what could happen is if she's in a state of not really taking care of herself the way she should be, Pluto will come in and say, hey, you need to take care of yourself. If not, I'm going to throw something at you health-wise that's going to force you to take care of your health. So just being mindful of that. And when I say health, I'm talking physical and mental health. This would be a great time for her to decide to get into counseling if she's not in counseling, or if she is into counseling, this may be a time that she really starts to connect with counseling and it starts to really help her, or she has some type of breakthrough of some sort. Now, one of the big things that's been happening with her, because it's been happening to me too, her career has been doing some stuff. So it's been changing constantly in a good way, though. It's been in a scary way, but it's been changing in a good way. And I'm going to tell you why. She has a long time before this is over. She has Uranus, the planet of unexpected change, unexpected events, unexpected blessings, breaking down and doing things differently. She has that in the 10th house of career. 10th house, career. It is the house of our reputation, our social status, how we're seen in the world, our public image. Prominent men are here. So this could look like your father, your husband, your brother, your mentors, but it's male type of energy. Well, I'm going to say masculine energy. I put it that way. I don't like to put genders, but our father is actually in this house. It's also the house of titles. So for me and Kendra, because we have the same placement, our career over the last couple of years has, and maybe for me it was the last 3 years, maybe for her it was the last 2 years or so, has been going through some changes, unexpected changes. Changes actually that had nothing to do with, well, maybe a little bit to do with the pandemic. But these changes were going to happen anyway, regardless of the pandemic. So when I say changes, this could have looked like career goals or career plans that Kendra thought that she would have got really disrupted. And she had to then think about reinventing her career. She had to think about either it was an energy of, I need to revamp myself because this career that I'm on may not necessarily be around anymore. So I need to figure out how to rebrand myself. I need to figure out, is there another career path that I may be interested in? So changes with regards to that. Now, she could very well still be in her original career. But if this has not happened, I will caution Kendra, in the next 5 years, there is going to be major changes with regards to your career. Some of these changes you'll be making on your own, and some of these changes will be changes that you kind of are forced upon you, that you have to recreate your path with regards to your career. So one of the things that's really hard you can't predict Uranus because it's the planet of unpredictability. But what you can predict is there will be some disruption and there will be some changes. And I can see her going on a career path that's more innovative and in an entirely different direction. So go with it. Don't fight it. It's there to put you in a place that you need to be in. Now, because this is the house of titles, this could be, again, she's wearing a different title with regards to her career. So she could be adding a different title to her. Now, this is also a relationship house. So this is how I know there can be something that changes really, really quickly with regards to relationships for her. Because remember, this is the house of titles. So this is how people know us in the public. So she could go from Kendra G, single woman, to Kendra G, Mrs. Or she has the title now of someone's fiance. Or she has the title of someone's wife now. So, and it can happen really, really quickly. Real quick. So this again is Kendra in the position of her love life changing very, very rapidly and unexpectedly. And my guess is her love life has probably always been that way. Just changes really, really quickly. Again, I'm basing it on the rising sign being this correct rising sign. And if it is, she's had the experience. She knows that her love life kind of changes really, really quickly. But she's in a position now that since she's in her 40s, what she's looking for now is really going to stick. Okay. We had a rough time in our 20s doing relationships and even in our 30s. But with this energy that she has, with this placement she has, this works better for someone marrying later in life. Much better. She has a north node and a south node in her 10th and 4th house. So that lets me know that there is a lot of changes with regards to her career and her family life. So I wouldn't be surprised if Kendra moves or has moved here recently in the last year, or is thinking about moving, settling down, maybe buying another home, buying her first home, buying another home. Something is in transition with regards to her home life. Now, if it's not the buying and selling of property, this could actually be Kendra dealing with family dynamics, if there's family issues, if there's, things that need to be addressed within her family, this is the time that she'll probably within this next year and a half, dealing with family dynamics. And this is our immediate family. This is the family that we're born into. So this could definitely put her in a space of really, really getting closure on any type of family dynamics that she needs to. And maybe this is just all about drawing her closer to her family. I'm wondering if looking at this, I'm wondering what the dynamics was with her coming up. She could have either been in a really, really tight-knit family, or there could have been some type of friction within the family. But whatever that is, a lot of attention on her home life and a lot of attention on her career life right now. She also has, what else is going on? She has her Uranus. Where is her Uranus? Uranus opposition. Yeah, she's definitely been dealing with trying to balance career and family, career and relationships, career and all of that. That's been a challenge for her. I'll let her know that she's about to come out of it soon, because that lasts from about 38 to 41. So she's about to come out of that. She's got a Neptune square. Where is her Neptune? Here and here. Okay, so she has a Neptune square in her 5th and her 8th house. I wonder if she's thinking about children. Interesting. Neptune square from 40 to 43. I'm wondering if she's thinking about children and like really getting serious about whether children are going to be a part of her life. That could be something. But she sounds like someone that wants to be married when she starts a family. I think that's important for her. And she also has the nodal square going on between her 7th and her 10th house. So yeah, her career and relationships. I don't know if I would say this: if she's in a committed relationship and she's got this square from her 7th and her 10th house, there may have been some type of conflict or pressure put on her with regards to balancing her career versus her relationship. I'm not really sure. I don't know what her personal dynamic is. But anyway. And let me see. Let's see what kind of partner she's probably going to draw into her. Okay, so her ruler of her 7th house is Uranus. Uranus sits in the 4th house in her natal chart. So this is indication of a person that definitely wants to marry to start a family. This is why I'm really leaning on the side of her not wanting to have children until she's married. Okay. She's very attached to her roots, her home life, her family. Family is the foundation for her. That's where she draws her strength from, is family. Now, this placement she has could actually bode for someone that, of course, marries late in life. Sometimes this bodes for someone that doesn't marry at all. This can make her very close to her parents, and I hope it's in a healthy way. If not, if she's had a strained relationship with her parents, she has to be careful of not repeating that particular pattern in her marriage. She has very traditional values when it comes to marriage and family. And this looks like something whereas she's going to marry someone that provides a very stable home life for her. Very, very stable home life for her. So she can focus on her career. I think her career is very, very important to her. And she wants to have a stable foundation for her family so she can feel good and feel at ease about still pursuing her career goals. And funny enough, even though she's in the public eye, I don't believe Kendra is someone that necessarily likes to be in the public eye. I think she does it because it's a part of her brand. I think it does come naturally to her. But other than having, Kendra's only going to be in the public eye as much as she has to be. I don't know that she necessarily feels all that comfortable, and she's definitely not someone that wants to put her life out there. Strangely enough, she's in media, and she's really kind of private. It's really kind of private. Outside of that, my predictions for Kendra G for 2022 and 2023, I do believe we're going to see a definite relationship development with her. Now, whether she got married or not, I don't know. Maybe she will, maybe she won't. But I do believe that there's going to be a definite serious relationship development with her. There could be an engagement. There could be a really quick marriage. Very, very quick marriage. Children could come up. I think Kendra's road to becoming a parent is going to look different from everyone else's. I'm just going to leave it at that. And her career is going to be on fire. I hope she's taking advantage of all this good career energy that she has around her. Yes, it could be a little bit disrupting. Yes, it could feel like you don't know what you're doing and what's happening, but it is a good place. It's a way to stir you up, get you out of your comfort zone, and get you to pursue some goals that you thought that you never would. So that's my prediction. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on all the social media platforms, Facebook and Instagram. If you're looking for a personal reading, please visit my website at www.melaningoddesslife.biz. Thank you so much for your time today, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.